What's going on, family? This is Scrapbook Boxing, Museum of the Forgotten Fisticuffs series. We're going to continue with Fantasy Matchups, Battle of the Legends, Volume 15, with Marcel Cerdan, middleweight champion of the world. He was born July 22nd, 1916. He won 106 fights, 4 losses, with 61 by the knockout route. He fought from 1934 to 1949. He died in a plane crash when he was trying to come back to the United States to sign for a return contest with Bronx Bull, Jake LaMotta. Now, he knocked out Tony Zale, former middleweight champion of the world, on September 21st, 1949, to win the middleweight championship strap. He was in there with great fighters such as Holman Williams, defeated him in 10 rounds. Georgie Abrams defeated him in 10 rounds. Harold Green knocked him out in 2 rounds, and he was knocked out himself by Dick Turpin. Dick Turpin was the brother of middleweight champion Randy Turpin. He was also knocked out by Jake LaMotta. In that Jake LaMotta fight in 1949, he couldn't come out for the 10th round because of a shoulder injury. And Jake LaMotta was rewarded the middleweight champion of the world. He was unbeaten in his first 46 fights. February 2nd, 1947, he defeated French middleweight title, and he defeated Gene Wolzak and Giovanni Manca. He hit Giovanni Manca so hard with the right hand that he broke his ankle because he fell on his leg. Unbelievable power, unbelievable fighter was Marcel Cerdan. And he would be up against, in a legendary fight, with the colored middleweight champion and a California middleweight champion, Murderer's Row, Charlie Burley. Now, Charlie Burley was born September 6, 1917 in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. He died October 16, 1992, and he was 75 years of age at the time of his death. He had a career record of 84, 11, 2, 1 no contest with 50 knockouts. He started his professional career September 29, 1936. He defeated Coco Kid to win a world-colored welterweight championship. And he won a world middleweight championship as well in the colored division. He lost it to Holman Williams. Holman Williams was one of the great fighters that he would fight. He fought him 7 times. He won 3, Holman Williams won 3, and it was 1 draw. He would also fight welterweight champion Fizzy Zivit, heavyweight champion Ezard Charles. This is when he was a middleweight. Lloyd Marshall, Little Tiger Aaron Wade, Burt Littell, Jack Chase. That's who he defeated the California middleweight championship strap from. Coco Kid, one of the greatest colored welterweight champions of all time. Jimmy Bivens and Archie Moore. Archie Moore would become light heavyweight champion when he would defeat Joey Maxim in 1952. He would also fight great fighters such as Otto Blackwood, Ozzie Bulldog Harris, Antonio Fernandez, Oakland Billy Smith, Gene Buffalo, Larry Cartwright, Aaron Wilson. Unbelievable career was Charlie Burley. He would have 3 fights with Ezra Charles, 2 fights with Lloyd Marshall, and he would have a fight, actually 3 of them with Holman Williams, and this is in 1942 alone. He would have 17 fights that year. What a career this man had, Charlie Burley. So let's take a look. Marcel Cerdan would be middleweight champion in 1949. He would lose his title to Jake LaMotta, but he would defeat Tony Zale, September 21st, 1949. When I look at Charlie Burley's career, he was in there with greater fighters. He was a much better fighter than Marcel Cerdan. He had a beautiful jab, fast hands, educated feet, and he was able to move from side to side. He would never stay in front of you. He knew how to set traps. He knew how to put you in a position when you thought you were defending yourself, but you were forced to offense, because that's the greatest time to hit a man, is when he's throwing punches back at you. So Charlie Burley had an IQ of a master. He was never awarded the opportunity for a world title. Marcel Cerdan had great experience. He won a French middleweight championship, and he also won a world middleweight championship. But I believe that if he was faced with Charlie Burley would defeat him. Charlie Burley was just too fast with his hands, too fast with his feet, never stayed still. He knew how to set traps. He was a mastermind in that ring. He just never awarded the opportunity to face the World Middleweight Championship or Welterweight Championship contest. He was 5'9". He had a beautiful reach. and he knew how to punch. So my choice goes to the legendary Pittsburgh bomber, Charlie Burley. One of the greatest fighters of all times. Charlie Burley would have legendary wars with Holman Williams. He would win 3. Holman Williams would win 3. And it would be 1 draw. Marcel Cerdan. Fascinating fighter from Casablanca. He devastated Tony Zale in Newark, New Jersey. Left him hanging on the ropes. Paul Cavalier, referee, had to come to his rescue. So that's my pick. Between Marcel Cerdan and Charlie Burley. 2 legends. 2 dynamite punches. Charlie Burley would defeat Marcel Cerdan if given an opportunity. This is Scrapbook Boxing, Museum of the Forgotten Fisticuffs series, saying all great fights and all great fighters will never be forgotten on my channel. Thanks for hanging in there with me. Salute to Marcel Cerdan. Salute to Charlie Burley and the Black Murderous Row.